Hi, I'm Sam Charbonneau, Democrat candidate for Indiana State Representative District 72, which encompasses the majority of Floyd County. I am currently married to my wife, Christy, of 21 years. Christy is currently a teacher at Floyd Central High School, where she's been teaching English for a numerous amount of years. We have two grown children who are recent graduates of New Albany High School. Michael participated in the excellent ROTC program here at New Albany High School, and Logan participated in varsity tennis and varsity baseball. I have been a public servant for the past 20 years in Southern Indiana. I also currently facilitate the Floyd County Multidisciplinary Team meeting, which includes the following agencies: the Prosecutor's Office, Floyd County Sheriff's Department, New Albany Police Department, and Family and Children's Advocacy Center in evaluating and assessing criminal cases of child abuse and child neglect. I was also the residential director of Providence House for Children in Georgetown, Indiana for 4 years. I have served at the following boards: the Head Start Policy Board, the New Albany Little League Board, and Our Place Drug and Alcohol Program. My volunteer experience includes being a coach at New Albany Little League for 7 years, YMCA soccer coach, and Dogs for Dads here at New Albany High School. My family have lived and raised our family here in Floyd County for the past 22 years. What I would like to talk about today is investing in Hoosiers, investing in the people. That's important. We have been told that Hoosiers and Indiana is a state that works. We need to make sure everybody is working. And those people that need a little boost to gain employment or gain a skill set, we need to make sure that that happens. We need to make sure that Indiana is a state that cares about its people. I support current local unions and their apprenticeship programs to teach and provide those skill sets to those people who need employment and gain employment. Economically, Indiana is one of the best in the country. And that is true based upon the Hoosiers paying taxes, a multitude of taxes, out of their pockets. Floyd County residents currently have several new bridges and new highway connectors that are provided to us by the state that we are paying for. I, if elected, would like to propose the following: that we provide a transportation tax reduction to all Hoosiers who currently live in Southern Indiana and work in Louisville Metro government. In addition to that, if we can ask the state to decrease the amount of bridge tolls for those residents living in Floyd County and Clark County, as we're the ones that use those bridges the most. I would also like to address the drug reform. We know the opiate epidemic is costing Indiana Hoosiers $1.5 billion. We need to make substance abuse treatment more affordable and just as accessible as the drugs themselves. The major barrier to substance abuse treatment and medical treatment is how expensive it is compared to the drugs that we can purchase. The needle exchange has helped decrease the spread of HIV. However, it's done very little to address the heroin and methamphetamine use. If we can make the substance abuse treatment and mental health treatment just as affordable as the drugs themselves, we can eliminate the stigma of addiction. In addition to that, we have more grandparents than ever taking care of their grandchildren as a result of the opiate addiction. I, if elected, will help establish protections for those elderly that are exploited financially and their finances gone to the children's substance abuse addiction, and thus they don't have any more nest eggs and losing their homes. We need to provide incentives for those college students who are graduating from four-year colleges from Indiana's who has an average debt of $30,000. If elected, I expect and I will move forward in asking for a tax credit for those students who have an outstanding loan of $30,000 or more for 2 years. This will allow those students in Indiana who graduate from Indiana schools to remain living in Indiana and hopefully gain employment in Indiana, thus providing more incentives for Indiana to become a better state. I support investing in quality education for children ages 4 and 5. We know that paying for yearly child care, quality child care in Southern Indiana, is slightly higher than paying one half a semester's tuition at any public university. We also know that research indicates that early education has an increase in well-being for those young children, ages 4 and 5, and academically as well, their success rate. I fully support public education system and recognizing the tremendous efforts from our local teachers. I believe using the taxpayer monies and paying for youth to attend private school is not a good investment and should be reinvested in keeping schools safe. The New Albany-Floyd County School Corporation has obtained a large Lilly grant to allow him to pay for mental health therapists in each and every school. This is an outstanding achievement and a fantastic idea. We need to make sure those therapists are sustainable in our school system. Part of keeping schools safe is establishing a threat assessment and using those therapists in every school to identify any child who may be at risk of harming another child. I also support sensible gun control. The sensible gun control that I support is using universal background checks on every person that purchases guns, and eliminating excessive magazines, passing gun violence restraining order laws, and eliminating bump stocks. I do not support teachers having the additional responsibility of carrying weapons in school, as our priority is educating our children. My plan to fund these programs is ensuring that the state of Indiana has a capability of receiving federal funds regarding the opioid addiction and opioid epidemic. Additionally, I will use reappropriation of fundings, as well reverting fundings from certain budgets within the state of Indiana to fund these programs that I've talked about. Of all the programs and incentives I've talked about, none of it will come from increasing taxes or asking Hoosiers to pay any more other taxpayer dollars. Appreciate your time and look forward to voting on May 8th. Thank you. Sam Charbonneau.
Hi, my name is Donita Burks and I'm running for Floyd County Clerk. My family moved here in 1973 and I attended Floyd County schools and I graduated, and I am a part of the fabric of this community. I've been married to Steve Burks for 31 years, and one of the greatest joys in my life is being the mom of 3 young men, Simeon, Stephen, and Seth, who is currently in Floyd County schools. We have one daughter-in-law, Brandy, and her and Simeon have been married for a little over 3 years now. You may ask, what qualifies me to run for Floyd County Clerk? My experience comes from being the director of Kids First Child Care Ministries for a little over 10 years, a staff of 28 employees, training employees, working with state guidelines, meeting bi-weekly payrolls, overseeing budgets, and wise spending. But the greatest joy of my job is seeing the children and watching them grow. For many of them will one day be the future citizens of this community. I would like to take these expertise and solid business principles and apply them to continue to serve Floyd County residents. In researching this office, I have found that it comes with great responsibilities. The greatest responsibility is to use the tax dollars of the taxpayers in the most efficient manner of all areas, such as staffing, voter registration, court documents, marriage license, record keeping, and many other areas of this office. Even with all the problems in our nation, we can make a difference together at the local level. It would be my privilege to serve this community as the next Floyd County Clerk. Thank you for your time, and God bless Floyd County.
Good morning. My name is Scott Clark and I'm your Floyd County Auditor. I'm asking for your vote so that I can remain your Floyd County Auditor for the next 4 years. Lots have happened in my 5 years as Auditor. For the last 5 years, I have saved approximately $265,000 in labor reduction, a figure that easily pays my salary for the last 5 years. During that time, I've arranged loans when the county was not in good financial condition. I arranged loans so the county could stay in the black for the next 5 years. During this time, early in the year, I found that there were $5.4 million in lost money in the Treasury. There had been some errors from the previous two auditors, and this $5.4 million was laying in our treasury. No one knew what to do with it, how to fix it. I quickly submitted the plan to the Indiana State Board of Accounts, which was approved, and we were able to distribute that money that was badly needed by all our political subdivisions. The city, the county, the fire districts, the townships of Greenville and Georgetown, they all needed a shot in the arm financially, and this kind of spurred on some things. Since under my leadership, we don't have any more lost money anymore. All our funds are 100% accounted for and will continue to be with me as auditor. Early on, I was asked when the county was not in great financial shape, what do we need to do? And I replied to a local paper, well, we either need to raise revenues, as in taxes, or we need to sell the hospital. That was on the front page of the paper the very next day, and I think that helped to spur change in terms of how we looked at our county. 3 years later, the hospital was sold, and we no longer need to raise taxes in our county. In fact, it's my idea to lower the taxes in the county so that we can put more money into your take-home pay each and every week that you're paid. It will also help the county be economically viable to attract new businesses, and we'll be economically competitive with anybody in the area. I've also brought forward greater transparency. We have on our Floyd County website, at the top of the page, main page, meeting video. I installed cameras and audio so that all of our county council meetings and all of our commissioner meetings would be able to be seen by all the taxpayers in Floyd County. You can see those meetings and a lot more others so that you can see your elected officials in action. And I think that's brought greater transparency, greater understanding to our local government system. We have great schools in Floyd County. We have tremendous parks. We're getting ready to open another park on Charlestown Road. We have a re-emerging city. We have tremendous potential for our riverfront. Floyd County is a tremendous place to live. I like to feel like I've been a part of that, and I want to continue to be a part of that by being your Floyd County auditor for the next 4 years. Again, I'm Scott Clark, and I'm asking your vote for me to remain as auditor for the next 4 years for Floyd County. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Maury Goldberg. I'm running for county auditor in the Democrat primary. I'm unopposed, but I have concerns. But first, I'd like to thank WNAS for allowing me to speak to you. One of the things I'm bothered about is Senate Bill 327 hasn't passed the Senate yet, but it said we need to record and videotape absentee ballots. Now, how much is this going to cost? This is an unfunded mandate. It's going to cost $100,000, $200,000, but this is your tax money that's at work. This is a misplaced priority. As county auditor, I'm duty bound to look after your tax dollars. But this bill is disturbing in the sense this is a priority to tape absentee ballots preservation when we have communist North Korea, communist China, and communist Russia hacking our electoral system, attempting to delete people from voting. This is what we should be concerned with, is prioritizing security to protect our voting system. Anybody knows that any system can be hacked. We need to know that in Indiana we have the best that we can have to prevent hacking. Even we're using the post office software. That is hackable. This is a misplaced priority. We don't know how much it's going to cost. $100,000, $200,000, who knows, but it's coming out of your pocket. The county auditor is in charge of minute keeping in the Floyd County Commissioners, the Floyd County Council, and others. He prepares the agenda and gets everything ready for the county council and the Floyd County Commission, plus numerous other duties. The point is, I will be there looking after your money, looking after your tax dollar, and making sure that everything is running smoothly in the office. Plus, I will be there in the office. I will not be a part-time county auditor who takes off in the middle of the afternoon. I will be there 8 hours a day. That's what you elected me for, and that's what I'm going to say. Thank you for listening to me. My name is Maury Goldberg. I'm running for county auditor in a Democrat ticket. Thank you very much for your time.
I'm Amanda Pallmeyer, and I'm running for Floyd County Auditor. I was born and raised in southern Indiana on a family farm in Knox County. I graduated from North Knox High School in 2006 with an academic honors diploma. Later that year, I moved to Floyd County area to attend Indiana University Southeast, where I got a bachelor's degree in economic and public policies, with minors in geoscience and plant science. While attending college full-time, I worked as a full-time manager at the flea market on Grant Line Road. While in college, I was offered the opportunity to become an intern for the Floyd County Auditor's Office in 2010 as a geographic information systems tech. This exposed me to new insight into county government, the financial operations, along with land purchases and transfers. At the end of my internship, I was given a full-time position where I quickly advanced to first deputy auditor, which I currently hold, and handle all real estate transactions in Floyd County. I have acquired many tasks in this position, including figuring property taxes, managing the county tax sale, correcting any and all tax bills that where errors occur, helping with accounts payable and receivable, and also payroll when necessary, and much, much more. My knowledge of financial operations has afforded me the opportunity to take on the task of Secretary of the Fiscal and the Executive Bodies of the county. While in the Auditor's Office, I have completed and become a Level 1 certified assessor with the state of Indiana. I am currently a precinct committeeman, and in the Floyd County GOP, I currently hold the office of secretary. For the last several election cycles, I've actually been involved with local county clerk and staffing of all the polling locations. For the last 12 years, I've also volunteered as a poll worker. In my free time, I can be found spending time with family and friends, camping, on the lake fishing, or playing bingo with my mom. I like to sew and create crafts. I recently have been making crafts for a fundraising auction for underprivileged Girl Scouts for trip opportunities. For several years, I was on the board of directors and was the treasurer of the Floyd Knobs Community Club. I help with the baseball and softball program and attend a euchre on Wednesday nights. I was a 10-year 4-H member, active in the FFA, and still currently participate on the family farm. I'm a lifetime member of the Girl Scouts of America and the Veterans of Foreign Wars Ladies Auxiliary. I'm energized and determined and hold myself to the highest degree of principles, morals, and ethical standards. My commitment to the Floyd County residents are qualities that will carry forward in my career. I am committed to being a working auditor and having an open doors policy, actively participating with department heads, elected officials, council, and commissioners in promoting fiscal prudence and efficiency. I currently reside in New Albany with my dog Cochran.
Hello, Floyd County. I'm Adam Roberts, and I'm running for County Council, District 2, on the Republican ticket. District 2 is made up of 7 precincts in Lafayette and 9 in New Albany. If you're unaware of which precinct you're in, you can go to floydcounty.in.gov, click on the County Council, and then click on the map. I'm a lifelong resident of Floyd County. I grew up in New Albany, and I currently live in Floyd's Knobs. I'm married to Laurie Roberts, and we have 3 children, Grace, Christian, and Jake. So I have been and I'm fully invested into this community. I care for Floyd County, and I'm concerned about its future. I feel like it's a great place to raise a family, it's a great place to live, to work, and to play. And I want to keep it that way for generations to come. I want Floyd County to thrive, not just survive. Over the past several years, I've been out in the community speaking with its citizens, gathering feedback and information. It can basically be summarized into 3 categories: Number one, fiscal. This includes tax rates, home values, and the surplus from the hospital sale. The hospital sale is the greatest financial blessing that this county has ever received. Along with that blessing comes a lot of responsibility for the citizens. Because of this surplus, I will not support any tax increases. I feel you can spend your money better than the government can. I will also work hard to eliminate any wasteful spending, as well as working hard to consolidate and reduce the overall size of government. This will allow us to be more effective and efficient in the way we do business. Number two, infrastructure. This includes roads, bridges, lane additions, and traffic patterns. I will work hard with the commissioners, the county engineers, and NDOT proactively to address these concerns. The county roads today are in very bad shape, but there's a simple fix: repair and repave, period. Number three is parks and green space. This would include development, protecting our land, and community parks. I'm all for smart development, but I'm not in the business of just growing Floyd County's population. Overdevelopment leads to many problems and issues which we have addressed earlier. We need to protect our green space. We need to look for more opportunities to involve the community and gather their input on how this green space should be utilized. Our parks, they are old, they have been neglected, and they're antiquated. We need to make improvements, update equipment, and add walking and biking trails as necessary. Working together, this is all attainable. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you today, and I welcome any comments, concerns, or ideas you may have. You can reach me via email at adam.roberts@twc.com or on Facebook at Roberts for County Council. Again, thank you for listening, and I would appreciate your vote.
Hello, my name is Steve Burks, and I want to say thank you for taking the time to listen to the candidates for this upcoming election. If you'd allow me to, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my family. I've had the honor to be married to Donita Burks for the last 31 years. I've also had the privilege of being called Dad by three incredible young men. Simeon Micah, who is married to Brandy. They've been married about 3.5 years now. And then I would call him our adventurous son, Stephen Malachi, who attends school in Sydney, Australia, and he's wrapping that up, going to be home at the end of the year. And, well, Mom and I can't wait to see him. And then we have Seth Matthew, who attends Floyd Central High School. He's a sophomore there and plays basketball. And on that note, I just want to say congratulations to New Albany High School and Floyd Central High School for a great basketball season. I've had the privilege of being in both of those gyms during these games, and, well, just great young men. So congratulations, guys. It's also been my privilege to have served as your New Albany Township trustee for the last 4 years. Now, you may not know what a trustee does or really what a township is. Well, in the state of Indiana, there are 1,000 townships across this great state. And in each of those townships, there's a trustee and there's a board. And you might say, well, what is the function of a township trustee or a township? Well, what you may not realize is that the state divvies out a tax levy, and that tax levy goes to certain governing units, and the trustees department or the township is one of those areas. And what we do is we assist people at a financial level, well, when life throws them a curve, something is unexpected. For instance, they may have a hard time paying their rent. Maybe they lost their job. They don't have the means to meet their utility bills and other areas like that. And I guess you could say it's really the benevolent arm of this grassroots government. But that's not all we do. We also do indigent burials. And you might say, well, what's an indigent burial? Well, first of all, when anyone dies, it's a terrible thing. But it even makes it worse when someone doesn't have the means to give a person a proper burial. And so what we do is we work with the local funeral homes here to do just that and honor those who have lost loved ones. And so we also, it may not sound like a big thing to you, but we take care of the abandoned cemeteries in our area here and all those kind of things. And we work in conjunction with other nonprofit organizations in our township. We work with the Hope Southern Indiana, who is located off Bono Road in Graybrook. We also work with Salvation Army and churches in our area, because it really is about community. And so that's what we do. I also understand that as we receive those tax levies from the state, where that money comes from, it comes from you, the taxpayer. And it's my responsibility to use the resources that are given to us with wisdom and compassion. And that using of those resources is based on trust. Trust that we will use them very wisely. But we also have to use discretion with those resources. And as someone said that it's better to give someone a hand up instead of a hand out. And I think that's true. And as a matter of fact, these last 4 years, I believe that we've done that. I want to say thank you to our team. I have two individuals that are such an asset to this community, Jimmy Martin and Vanessa Smiley. So if you're watching today, thank you for your service to this community. And so that's what we do here in New Albany, the New Albany Township. And I want to say one more thing before I say goodbye to you. That I realize that our nation and our country seems like it's divided on all kind of fronts. And while that may be true, I still believe that we live in the greatest nation on this planet. And what makes this nation great? Well, is that you, the voters, come this election cycle, will be able to go to the polls and vote. But not just vote, vote your conscience. And if your conscience says, I want someone in office who understands that they are responsible to me, the voters, they're responsible to me to serve the community. I like to say it like this, that I'm elected to serve. And if that's the kind of person that you want in the New Albany Township Trustee's office, then I ask for your vote come this May as well as this November. Again, my name is Steve Burks, and it's been my privilege to serve in this community. May God bless New Albany, Floyd County, and the New Albany Township. Have a great day.
Hello, my name is Sharon Bagshaw. I am running for re-election to the New Albany Township Advisory Board. I am currently in my 4th year of serving, and it has been my honor to serve this great community. Along with the trustee, Mr. Steve Burks, and the board, we have held the clients that are seeking help to higher accountability, which in turn, the standards are higher, and this has helped them financially. It has helped them to be more accountable for their finances, and therefore, this has helped save funds in the township funds. And we are also looking into also having classes eventually, and that's why I am seeking re-election. I would like to see some of these people that need help to have more ways to better help themselves and get more financial freedom. That is what we're looking into the next term, and when I am elected, this is our goal. And I'm really looking forward to that, because you can tell that they do want help. I also have really enjoyed what I do, and I really look forward, and I would appreciate your vote so we can continue to help this fine community. Thank you, and God bless.
My name is Rick Cochran, and I am running for New Albany Township Board. I believe in helping others and accountability for taxpayers' money. I believe in also in playing by the rules and being fair to all that best serves the needs of this community. This is why I seek the office of New Albany Township Board. I have many years of experience on advisory boards, both government and private sector. As first deputy of the Floyd County Surveyor's Office, I served on the Economic Development Board, assisting with information that would be developed to create a statewide mapping program of available resources to attract out-of-state business. I served on the Revolving Loan Fund Board. This allowed small companies a low fixed-rate loan to develop communities. The first recipient was the co-owner of the development of Grantland Road Industrial Park, where many jobs have been created. I serve on the governor's local task team to stop the brain drain by promoting higher education for advanced manufacturing, developing systems to create more nurses due to shortages. Logistics was also part of this development for warehousing and trucking firms, for the crossroads of America is Southern Indiana. Ivy Tech was developed to assist in these matters. I have been on the advisory board for Purdue University Technical Assistance Program at West Lafayette, as well as Purdue University here in New Albany. This program allowed the university to hear firsthand needs of manufacturing and its future requirements to educate the graduating students. I presently serve on the local Chamber of Commerce, One Southern Indiana, Environmental Health and Safety Roundtable. I was born in New Albany. I'm a graduate of New Albany High School. I have a BS degree from Ball State University and postgraduate studies at Purdue University programs here in New Albany. I am a certified plant engineer working for Bruce Fox Incorporated for 30 years, with the present title of Vice President of Engineering Services. I was a softball coach for Floyd Knobs Community Club for 16 years. I am a member of Holy Family Parish and the 48 Club here in New Albany. I am president of the Floyd County Democrat Men's Club. I am married to Mary Beth Cochran and have 4 girls. Megan Donald, married to Scott. Molly McDonald, married to JJ. Maria Harrett, married to Hunter. And Melinda Cochran. My wife and I are blessed with 4 grandchildren. I appreciate this opportunity and thank the New Albany High School crew for sponsoring this event. Please, get out and vote, and I would appreciate you vote for me, Rick Cochran, for New Albany Township Board. Thank you, and have a great day.
Hello, I'm Patti Walker, and I'm running for New Albany Advisory Board. I have been on the board a couple of times, so I do know what I'm doing. I know that the people needs help now more than ever, and I do know how to do budgets. I've been on budgets at my church. I've been on a Cancer Society's board, and I am looking forward to helping the low-income people and the children and the elderly. I am Patti Walker, and I'm running for New Albany Advisory Board.